Hello folks, the elf on the shelf is back. Take a look at the transformation of this cow's massive fountain heel 1 year later.
Is there any chance of you coming down to help me today, Tom, or are you going to stay up there all day?
You know, Gareth, it's really nice up here and the view is incredible.
Hello folks, and welcome to this episode of Tech TV, where we take a look at this cow who has two identities. Not suspicious at all. While I'm getting this suspicious cow into the crush, let's take a look back at her journey. This was the first time we ever seen this cow. She had a huge and quite a strange sole fracture, which we described as a fountain, as you could see that opening at the heel. That day we trimmed it out, put on a block and put on a good salicylic acid bandage. She did get comfort that day, and we did keep an eye on her journey. Well folks, I'm just back at this farm and I'm rechecking cow 6142. She had a really bad lesion up at her heel and it was quite swollen. Last year, the rechecks of the 12 Hoos of Christmas turned out to be rather frustrating. As you seen in the first little clip where we trimmed this cow, I blocked her and that block soon fell off, which really did affect her recovery. We then started with the black glue, which gave us a lot better results and in turn a lot more recoveries of the cows we trim. This was the third visit, just 2 weeks after the second one, and sure enough, the block is still on. I had also told the farmer to leave the bandage on for those 2 weeks, just to give the salicylic acid every chance in its contact. This was as far as we could bring her recovery last year. We were pretty happy with the progress, but let's jump forward to this year. And as you can see, this girl was really lame this time last year. She had lots of interest, lots of you were commenting about her, so we thought this year we would include her in the 12 Hoos of Christmas. Now just to clear up the two identities, this girl has 975 Freeze brand on the back of her, but she has a near tag of 642. But I've checked her out, she's here legally, and her working visa is all intact. This girl had some really big issues in this back right foot last year. She had a massive cavity up at the heel and we called it fountain heel. Today she's in for her routine trim, so let's hope her progress from last year has continued. So my first look at this hoof is that it is ready for a trim up around here. It's starting to get a little bit overgrown. This is where she had the issue before, so hopefully it's not there again. She has some dermatitis here, but we will talk about that as we get through the trim. Our job as hoof trimmers is to obviously fix lame cows, but also this farm is part of a routine programme. We trim the lame ones, but we also trim the rest of the cows twice a year, and that's where this cow fits in. We fixed her last year, but we also keep an eye on her through the year to make sure she has good mobility. This is looking really nice for this cow. Last year she did take a number of visits to get over the line, but we did get there, which is what we wanted to do. And when cows go lame on certain areas of their hooves, they can be more prone to the same thing again. So that is why it's good to keep just an extra little check on these cows to make sure that all that progress they made, that they don't go back to square one. Now, as you can see, this girl's hooves are sound. I've balanced this inner claw, levelled off the outer claw. It is a little bit soft. I don't know if you can see my thumb moving a little bit. The cow's not feeling it. The fact that she struggled with this last year, and there is the potential for this to come back, I'm going to place a block here just to rest this here. This is what I call a preventative block. Most of the time we're putting on blocks to fix things, but today we're just putting it on to rest this a little bit to prevent her from having an issue. So with the block setting, I'm going to now look at this nasty little lesion of dermatitis. I'm just going to start by cleaning this off, because that'll allow my product to work better, my salicylic acid. I will dry it off with a bit of paper towel now before I apply the salicylic acid, but these little pieces of skin at the heel, I just want to remove them. They can harbour some bacteria, which that's all the dermatitis is a bacterial infection. But compared to last year, this cow's heel was completely open around here, so it has really been worthwhile keeping an eye on her, and 1 year later she's still going really strong. She has had these little setbacks, but in hoof care and hoof trimming, you've got the skin, which is the dermatitis can affect, and then you've got hoof issues. So this cow, we have her hoof issue under control. This dermatitis can spike its head up from time to time, so with a little bandage on now for 3 or 4 days, this cow won't actually have had a chance to even go lame. And because this here is just a little preventative block, it'll normally stay on for around 4, 5, 6 weeks. But I just wanted to stay on for around 3 weeks maximum, because it just needs a little bit of a rest here. So I'm going to do something which may seem crazy. That girl knows what I'm going to do, and she knows it's crazy. I'm going to grind off some of this block. Don't tell the farmer though, because they probably be looking the block at half price. And that little shot there just shows that there's half of the block. This little line or ridge is in the block indicates half of it. So we've took it down to nearly half. So we've really speeded up the wear process to leave her enough wood for around 3 weeks. As we get to the end of this close, I just want to adopt this extra. I asked the farmer to put her out just so we could check this off the sunlight. And it really is no surprise that it's all firm, thanks to the retention of the block. I also wanted to show you the recheck of that digital dermatitis, and as you can see, it's completely gone. I'm just painting in a little bit of Intercare gel just as a precaution, as this skin is susceptible to dermatitis. See you next time, girl, for your next routine trim.
That's that cow nice and comfortable for Christmas. I hope all you children are getting to bed early tonight. Make sure and tune in tomorrow after your Christmas dinner. Bye for now. Santa up there somewhere.
Looks a bit stupid me standing holding the gate like.